Hello and welcome to the Word of the Days. Once again, definitely we are going to cover quite a number of words. Sometimes I really get frustrated and a little bit surprised that how such a big amount of the individual vocabs should be maintained. But once it is bound in a particular chronicle, it turns out to be easy and quite a smooth flowing dimension. The first one that we will be covering, obviously from Merriam-Webster, is from 21st of May, and the first one is lacuna. The word is quite a well demonstrated one in the formal ambience. Lacuna means the deviation or gap between something. And the second one, fraught, from 22nd of May, is referring to the situation of emotional stress. From 23rd of May, we are having here expedite. It's an interesting verb that means to get someone's work faster. We can literally use this word as one of the catalytic influence. Whenever an action is being performed, we can use it as an imperative sentence that let's expedite our work, let's expedite our progress. And from 24th of May, here we are having a formal word called onus. Now, generally onus suggests a sort of moral obligation on or responsibility, and generally it is preceded by the definite article the. Better to pronounce as the, because the first letter is getting started with O, therefore it's a vowel, and before vowel, if there is a definite article, there must be the pronunciation the. Next two set of the words are sacrosanct and Gordian knot. While sacrosanct means the area of an undertaking which cannot be criticized, Gordian knot suggests the most difficult problem of an undertaking or a progression. The word sacrosanct is mostly related to the word sacred or pious. Obviously, here is an imbibement of the sense of divinity, but whenever we are using it in the formal sense of the term, we should remember that here we are talking about that area of a work which cannot be so easily criticized, which is somehow beyond criticism. Frankly speaking, whenever we are having the word like Gordian knot, we need to talk about the ancient etymology of this particular phrase. Decades ago, when the peasant Gordius became the king of Gordium, the capital of Phrygia, the modern day Turkey, of course, over there he tied his yoke of the wagon with a beam, and he created a very complex knot which cannot be unfastened so easily. In the coming years, when Alexander invaded the territory, he was told that he cannot be the ruler of Asia until he proved his bravery by means of untying the knot. Alexander the Great quite easily unfastened the knot, and thereby the problem was solved. So that remains as a very interesting anecdote or history behind this particular phrase that we just referred to. Benevolent is a word from 27th of May, which means when something generous or kind is arranged for the good of the people. Whereas the next word, ingratiate, means to integrate yourself with someone and sync yourself according to their pattern of behavior. What they will talk, you will talk like them. What they will like, you will like them. So it is all about synchronizing your own choices with someone else's in order to get the favor. 29th of May suggests the word cohort. That means a group of individuals, particularly from the perspective of a demographic study, when any one common factor is aligned in the group, that group of the individual will be defined as cohort. Our words from 30th of May and from 31st are unctuous and permutation respectively. Erstwhile, unctuous essentially meant something oily in a figurative way. But now, this is more typically used to suggest a sort of particular food which are oily in nature, or in other words, which is pleasing in nature. Junk foods or all kinds of processed foods can be primarily defined as unctuous. This is a very interesting adjective in recent days. And from 31st of May, as we have permutation, it means all sorts of different forms and possibilities in which a presentation or a content can be particularly organized. From the archive of June, here we have palatable from 1st June, which means something pleasant in taste or which is normally acceptable to someone. The second word, that means from 2nd of June, here we have crux, which means the core matter of something. And from today's suggestion, that is from 3rd of June, here we are having engender. The word endanger signifies to be the source or cause of something. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Stay updated.